Okay, let's do example 2 together. It's a subtraction problem instead of an addition problem. Notice the only thing difference with the steps is that the third step doesn't say add the tops, keep the bottom. It says subtract the tops, keep the bottom. Okay, so really similar to what we've been doing. Okay, so we're subtracting negative 3/4 minus 3/5. First thing you want to do is make sure they're both fractions. Okay, they already are, so we don't have to do anything to that. Okay, second thing, we want to write them with the least common denominator. Okay, the least common denominator of 4 and 5. If you need to, you could count by 4s. In the text box, and you could count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20. Notice that 20 is the first number that's common. Okay, so 20 is the least common denominator. So I'm going to type that in. Okay, so my next step is to write both of these fractions with the new denominator of 20. Okay, notice my problem's already there for you. My negative 3/4, my subtract sign, and my 3/5. Okay, so just think about what do you have to multiply by? What do you have to multiply 4 by to get 20? Okay, that'd be 5. So you got to do that on the top and the bottom. Second fraction. What do you have to multiply 5 by to get 20? Okay, that'd be 4. So multiply the top and the bottom of the second fraction by 4. Okay, let's go ahead and do the work and do the multiplication. Okay, we have the negative symbol already. So the first fraction, 3 times 5 over 4 times 5. 3 times 5 is 15, 4 times 5 is 20. Okay, second fraction. We already have the subtraction sign sitting there. So we just need to take 3 times 4 over 5 times 4. Okay, 3 times 4 is 12. 5 times 4 is 20. Okay, so we have both fractions written with the least common denominator. Okay, now we want to subtract the tops, keep the bottom. Okay, when you subtract the tops, just look at everything but the 20s. Just look at everything but the 20. We have a negative, we have a 15, we have a subtract, and we have a 12. Negative 15 minus 12. Okay, so that would be what we're going to subtract. So I'm going to go ahead and just type it in. Negative 15 minus 12. Okay, keep the 20. Okay, this middle step is kind of optional, but I think most of you will do better. If you have a subtraction problem that's a little bit messy, go ahead and just change it to an addition problem. So I gave you a place to do that if it helps you. So negative 15 minus 12. Okay, same change opposite that. Negative 15, keep negative 15 the same. Change subtract to add. And then a positive 12 becomes a negative 12. Over 20. Okay, we're going to go ahead and add the top together because that subtraction became an add problem. Negative 15 plus negative 12. A negative plus a negative is a bigger negative. Okay, that's negative 27 over 20. Okay, that's actually a right answer. We're just going to come up with some different ways to write this. Okay, so negative 27 over 20 is just fine. But I also want you to know that we could put the negative in front. So it could also be thought of as negative 27 over 20. Okay, one more thing you want to be able to do is to notice that this is improper. The top number is bigger than the bottom. Okay, 27 is bigger than 20. So we need to know how to change that to a mixed number. So we're going to take 27 divided by 20. Okay, that's one way to do it. 20 goes into 27 once. Okay, 1 times 20 is 20. Okay, subtract. you get a remainder of 7. So one way to change this to a mixed number is to just take that remainder and put it over the 20 that you divided by. Okay, so 1 and 7 over 20. Okay, so another way to write this is keep the negative there, okay? Negative 1, 7 over 20. Okay, try problem 2 on your own. Use the videos a little bit less than you did on this one. Let me know, guys, if you have questions on these, okay?